What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Playmaker Pod. I'm your host, Isaac. This is your host, Joseph. And we're going to get into the NFL first topic of the day. We're getting into former Los Angeles Rams linebacker returning back to his original team, the Seattle Seahawks. We're talking about Bobby Wagner. He's making his return back to Seattle. Joseph had actually guessed this one right in our free agency prediction video. So shout out to him making his return back to where it all started. He left for a quick 1 year and he's already back. So, I mean, what do you think about this move, Joseph?
Yeah, I did correctly predict this move happening on our last episode. It was a pretty obvious thing to me. I just didn't see I didn't see the Cowboys really doing it anymore. That was the only competition Seattle had, because I don't really think anybody else was gonna give him a contract. I don't think he was gonna pick anybody else over Seattle, to be honest with you. Like Cleveland, they could have used linebacker, yeah. But I didn't think he was gonna pick them over Seattle. Dallas was the only team I could see them picking over Seattle, and I thought Dallas made too many moves already. I thought they weren't gonna do anything else.
Yeah, it did kind of feel that way, didn't it?
Yeah.
After they made the Gilmore trade and the Brandon Cooks trade, it's kind of like, okay, Dallas has kind of made enough splash moves. I think they were feeling a bit confident. Also, yeah, re-signing LVE. So, I tell you, I also wanted to say Seattle in our prediction. I really wanted to say Seattle, I tell you, but I explained why I chose Dallas on that video. So if you haven't looked at it, then go ahead and look at it. I pretty much just said I thought he left with a bad taste in his mouth in Seattle, so he'd want to go to a new contender. And I thought Dallas was that place, but I guess not. I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
He's making his return now, though.
Yeah, there's not too much to say about the fit because he's already played with Seattle for a very long time. It's the same defense that he's always played in, so it's obviously a perfect fit. That's the only reason he would have gone back as well. He's coming off an all-pro second-team season. He had 81 tackles last year. He had 6 sacks, which was a career high in sacks. Surprising number. He was used as a blitzer a lot last year with the Rams. He had 2 interceptions as well, I believe. Yeah, it's a perfect fit with the Rams. They pair him back up with Jordan Brooks. Jordan Brooks did a very good job last year. Bobby Wagner is probably still a better player, so they pair him back up with Jordan Brooks in the middle of their defense. So I'd probably give this move an A. Yeah. Actually, no, A+.
On both ends, yeah.
I think A+.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Seattle, the reason why they got rid of Bobby Wagner last year is because I don't think they were going to contend. I don't think they thought that they were going to contend. They really thought that they were just going to reset, rebuild, and, like, the whole team was just going to completely just tank for a year, get back on track. Fortunately for Seattle, though, their rebuild went way better than expected, all right? Geno Smith turned out to be an excellent QB in the system. They didn't experience a significant drop-off from losing Russell Wilson. They were able to get back to the playoffs. And they were actually better than they were the season before. So, yeah, I think Bobby Wagner, he realized that, hey, Seattle is still contending. Seattle realized, hey, we could actually still contend. So you pair that up together, and they're able to make a brilliant move on both ends. I'd say kind of make things right after what had happened last year. Bobby Wagner thought that, he was pretty upset that they released him without even letting him know. So I'd say both parties get what they want out of this side. Bobby Wagner probably really likes Seattle still, and he gets to return back to where it all started.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a 1 year, $7 million deal. They also, last year, before the Seahawks cut him, I believe he was getting paid around $17 million, around that range. So Seattle's got him on $7 million, so it was a steal. They basically just left. They basically didn't have him for a year, and they got him for $10 million left. So, and he's still a very good player. So yeah, overall, A+ move for Seattle right there. All right, then the next move we're gonna talk about. Both of us predicted this move. It was pretty obvious as well. DJ Chark signed with the Panthers, a 1 year, $5 million deal. This is also, I'd probably give this move an A. The only reason I don't give it an A+ is just because of the injuries that DJ Chark has had. Also, he hasn't been, that's basically the biggest thing. He was injured last year with the Lions, and he only played a good amount of games. He had 500 yards last year, like 3 touchdowns. But the year before that, in Jacksonville, he didn't play at all, basically because of torn ACL. And the year before that, in Jacksonville, he didn't play again, mostly. So, and he didn't play this year
before.
No, he missed some games. He played, but he missed some games.
Oh, yeah.
Like majority of the
when
season.
He was on the field, though, he was pretty productive.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is, they needed to have receivers after trading DJ Moore. They added Thielen and DJ Chark. some of the Panthers fans I think are overrating these type of moves because it's like I don't really like they're good receivers, but it's not like you kind of just replace DJ Moore because DJ Moore is like on another level compared to those guys. So Thielen and Chark are as good as they were probably going to get in free agency. So solid moves. But yeah, they have a pretty decent receiving core now. Adam Thielen's going to be the number one probably. Actually, Thielen's probably going to be in the slot most of the time, and then Chark will probably be the number one, and Terrence Marshall Jr. as that second receiver. So
I think Terrence Marshall's number 2 right now.
Yeah, probably. Thielen's would be number 2, but he's a slot. I think of him more of a slot receiver because he wasn't able to be in the slot anymore because of Jefferson. Because Jefferson does a lot of his work in the slot, but
that's where Thielen was having his best years out of.
Yeah, so he's probably going to turn back into the slot with the Panthers, and Chark will be number 1. Chark will be the outside receiver along with Terrence Marshall on the outside as well.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'd say they just need to stay healthy. They got LaVisca Chenault to do all that other stuff too. You know, the jet sweeps. I know in Colorado they use them like out of the Wildcat sometimes. So I mean, they got a weapon back there in Chenault. They just got to realize they just got to know how to use them, right? I think Frank Reich could find some good ways to get him involved in the offense.
Yeah, he can be the gadget receiver, and he can also be the backup slot to what's his name, the Thielen. So that's another good receiver. You can even play him on the outside a couple drives of the game. So yeah. Solid. An A move. A right there for the Panthers. And then the next receiver that signed with the team, Nelson Aguilar signed with the Ravens, a 1 year, $3.25 million deal. Yeah, I'm gonna give this move like a C plus. I'll give it like a B minus because there's still some upside, but it's not amazing. He's the best receiver the Ravens probably have, except for probably Bateman. Except for Bateman.
Devin Duvernay is actually really good too. He was performing pretty well, but he got injured. I think it was like halfway through the year. But up until that point, I think Devin Duvernay was probably the best receiver on that team, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Yeah, this move really doesn't move me.
And he was a good special teams guy too. So
yeah, it's funny how Aguilar went from like a $12 million contract to making $3 million. So kind of fell off after he went to the Patriots. He had a pretty good season with the Raiders, and with the Patriots, he really never found his footing. So yeah, I'll probably give this move a B minus or even a C plus, but I'm gonna be nice and give it a B minus because it's not like some outrageous move. All right, then.
I mean, it's no secret that the Ravens have been trying to add wide receiver help for a while already. I don't know if this move really gets a job done, though. I mean, I guess it is an upgrade. It brings in some depth. I guess it could help out the offense a little bit. They're not really a throwing team, though. I mean, their main philosophy is they want to run the ball. At least I was with Greg Roman. I don't know about their new offensive coordinator. I have a feeling it's probably going to be similar to that, though, considering the type of roster that they've constructed. But I'd say, yeah, they've been looking for wide receiver help. This is no secret. It's no surprise. Yeah, I mean, it's probably the best they could do right now, besides trading for like Hopkins or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, their offensive coordinator, I believe it's Todd Monken or something like that. He came from not from the Chargers, from the Georgia Bulldogs. He was their offensive coordinator. So they're probably going to be more passing offense. I think that's what they brought him in to be. But yeah, they really have no receivers to be a passing offense right now, so don't know what they're going to do. So yeah, that's the only problem.
They're able to draft someone, but I mean, they've been trying to draft. It's just they're too late in the draft to get like a top tier wide receiver.
Yeah. This year, none of the receivers really move me that much, but you never know. One of them could be a true number one, but right now I don't see it. But yeah, they probably still need to solve that receiving room because it's pretty bad still.
Unless they trade one of their picks for an actual wide receiver that's already proven himself, that's looking to get out. But yeah, I can't see them doing that, especially with their cap situation right now, trying to get Lamar Jackson fitted into all of that. Unless they could get a deal done before the draft, I really don't see them making a move like that.
Yeah, they probably have to focus their whole entire free agency on Lamar. To be honest with you, like with their big spending money is probably just got to be on Lamar.
Yeah, for sure. That's another positive thing about the Nelson Aguilar deal is that it doesn't take up too much cap, so it's not like you're really affecting the cap too much by bringing him in for $3 million a year.
Yeah, it's not gonna be that bad. It's really cheap. So yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I'll give it a B minus. So next signing Amani Oruwariye signs with the Giants, 1-year deal. He had a pretty good season the year before that. Not this year, last year, like in 2020.
Oh,
2022, 2021. He had six interceptions and 90 tackles that year. And his passing rating when thrown to him that year was like a 25.7. It was like top 5 in the league. So 2021, he had a really good season. 2022, kind of fell off a little bit. But it's only a 1-year deal. The Giants needed corner help because they're also cornerback is also another position where they're having practice squad players play. So yeah, this is probably it's a solid move. Nothing too special. But yeah,
that was pretty crazy option too. How the Giants went from like wide receiver like 2 years ago. In 2021, I believe you would have thought that wide receiver and corner were the two most stacked positions on the Giants. When they first brought in Kenny Golladay in free agency, they drafted Kadarius Toney in the first round. They still had Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton. You thought that wide receiver would be one of the most stacked positions going into 2021. You also thought the same out of corner, too. James Bradbury was shut down. You also had, what's his name? Oh, Logan Ryan, but he was more of a safety. You also had, who was the other one? Adoree Jackson.
Yeah, Adoree Jackson.
On the other end. So you thought that corner would also be one of their most stacked positions, too. It turned out being some of the most weakest positions on the team. Yeah. So I'd tell you, bringing in some more corner help, that really helps the Giants. It will probably allow them to focus more of their draft capital towards the offensive side of the ball and picking up some wide receivers. So I'd say it could be pretty good for them.
Yeah,
I'm not too familiar with his game though, but I'd say you brought up the stats. So
yeah,
2021 it was a pretty good year for him. Hopefully he could get back to that form. If he could get back to that form for the Giants, that'll be a pretty big move for them.
Yeah, he's better. I remember him last year as well. I didn't hear about him this much this year because he had a bad year. So Lions fans were talking about him, but last year he had a really good year. But yeah, it's a solid move. He's better than any other corner that probably. Like, I don't know if he's better than every corner on the team, but he's obviously not Adoree. But he's probably better than our backup options because everybody else, other than Adoree, was getting cooked. So yeah, he's a solid corner that can play on the outside for the Giants. So I'll probably give it like a B. Yeah, it was a cheap 1-year deal. And also two smaller signings here. Wide receivers signing. Marquise Goodwin signed with the Browns, 1-year deal, and Marcus Callaway signed with the Broncos, reuniting with Sean Payton in Denver. Yeah, none of these moves are too special. Both of them are just adding to the receiver core. Marcus Callaway actually might get playing time though because of
Sean Payton.
Yeah, Sean Payton and KJ Hamler tore his pec, so they don't know how long he's gonna be out. So he could be out for like 6 months. So he's probably gonna be back to the start of the season, but I don't know how good he's gonna be when he comes back. So Marcus Callaway could probably get some playing time over him. And yeah, Marquise Goodwin, just another receiver to the Browns. Marquise Goodwin was actually better than the other Browns receivers that they had last year. It was basically just Donovan Peoples-Jones and Amari Cooper. Donovan Peoples-Jones and Amari Cooper were the only good receivers on their team. Everybody else was fucking shit. So Goodwin's better than everybody else. So Goodwin's probably going to be the fourth receiver. He actually got some pretty decent playing time with the Seahawks. He was a Seahawks third receiver last year. So he's basically, it's a good addition for the Browns just to have a decent receiving core. So yeah, I'll probably give both of those moves like B pluses. There's nothing too special.
B plus?
Yeah. B plus for both of them, yeah, probably. Yeah. And then Sean Payton also said that they're not trading Sutton or Judy. He said it, so hopefully he means it, and hopefully he's just not spouting bullshit. So hopefully those are like the only two options on offense that are actually good. Because
I think they try to trade Sutton and Judy. It's just that teams weren't dumb enough to give them the return that they were asking for. Nobody was going to give up a first-round pick for either one of them, so he had to come out and announce, make it seem like they were never trying to trade them anyways. Trying to kind of get them on their side here.
Yeah, they should. I don't even know why they decided to trade him because those are the only two options I actually see that are like real options on the Broncos offense. Because the running backs, Javonte Williams tore his ACL last year. He might be out for the first couple of weeks of this year. And they signed P. Ryan. They signed P. Ryan from Cincinnati, but he'll be a solid option. But it's not like Judy and Sutton are better players overall than P. Ryan. And tight end, Albert O, is their only tight end. So, it's kind of mediocre after Sutton and Judy. They have a solid O-line now. They spent a lot of money on their O-line, so they're probably going to be more of a running team. So, yeah.
They got Javonte Williams back, too.
Yeah. And they also need to keep their receiving core, though, because they're not that bad. They're not the best, but not that bad. They're better than
work, though.
Yeah. Like the Panthers receiving core is probably they're a little bit better just because they have more depth. But Judy and Sutton are probably better than Chark and Thielen. So it's not that bad. You can make it work.
Yeah,
The Panthers
right
are gonna
now,
make
yeah.
it. Yeah, the Panthers are gonna make it work with those guys. So you can make it work with Sutton and Judy. And you're gonna get Hamler, and then you sign Callaway. So it's not that bad.
And you got Russell Wilson too. I mean, if he could return back to what we know it could be, I mean, who knows what this offense could be?
Yeah. So it's pretty much it for the NFL news. We're gonna move on to our mock draft. So let me pull it up right here.
So it's gonna be on the fly too. I'm pretty excited for this one.
Yeah, all right, we have it right here. All right, so I'm gonna get odds and you get evens, so we can pick for
evens. All right,
yeah,
sure. So
you can pick for the Colts and I can pick for the Giants. Yeah,
I bet.
All right. So with the first pick, I'm not gonna go too crazy with this. I might go a little bit crazy later, but this is a pretty obvious.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go.
We gotta keep the simple picks right here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go too crazy.
All right, CJ Stroud. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, it makes the most sense right here. It makes the most sense right here. I've actually seen Bryce Young kind of getting a bit closer to him in the odds. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
really.
I've seen that too.
Yeah, but for right now, we'll keep it the way it is.
Yeah, Josh McCown even said it.
Number one.
Yeah, Josh McCown was even at the combine. I forgot what he said. He said that I forgot what he told Stroud or something.
Like we'll ball up in Carolina when he moved to Carolina or something like that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, to me, CJ Stroud is still pretty clear number one right now. Not as clear as it was before, but there could be other guys. Apparently, they also like Anthony Richardson a lot. The Panthers. So.
Oh yeah, I hope they draft Anthony Richardson, bro. I really hope they draft Anthony Richardson. I'm praying for that, bro.
Yeah, so you never know. But right now, it's more likely CJ Stroud. All right.
Yeah, I might place because Anthony Richardson. Well, I think he's like plus 800 right now, bro. I might just throw a flyer at that right now, bro. I might just throw a flyer at that while the odds are like stacked right now, and all of a sudden it gets to April and number one pick Anthony Richardson, bro. I'm gonna bank off that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, nothing too crazy though. But hey, man, if that hits, watch out. All right, number two.
Yeah,
we got the Texans on the clock. Best player on the board, Bryce Young.
All right.
Book it, yeah. Not really too much to go into. As much as I hate it as a Colts fan, I mean, I'm going to probably have to deal with it. So let's just get it out the way.
Yeah, so the top two quarterbacks go off the board here at 1 and 2. And then for Arizona, also pretty clear cut right now, at least unless they trade down. It's Will Anderson. I was thinking about doing a trade down, but yeah, I'm going to stick with them just taking Will Anderson here.
All right, number 4, we got the Colts. I think we stay put at this spot. I don't think we trade with the Cardinals to number 3. I don't really think there's any reason to. Because I really don't see any other team trading up, if I'm being honest. Cardinals are going to be forced to stay there, and they're going to be forced to take Will Anderson. So that leaves the Colts at number 4. It's pretty obvious that this pick is going to be a QB. All the offseason moves that the Colts have made, pretty much, I mean, I don't think they expect Gardner Minshew to be the longer-term answer at QB. That's why they only pay him $3 million a year. So this pick is obviously a QB, and there's 2 QBs on the board that are more than likely going to get selected. That's Anthony Richardson and Will Levis. Out of those 2, I feel like the Colts are going to be really enamored by the potential and the upside of Anthony Richardson. Shane Steichen, he's really good at developing QBs. He's got a track record with Jalen Hurts and Justin Herbert. So you bring in a young QB. We got the bridge guy, Gardner Minshew, to kind of develop him for a few weeks. And when Richardson's ready to take over, he's going to take the reins. So give me Anthony Richardson, number 4, to Indianapolis.
All right, 3 quarterbacks are gone already. Top 4 picks. All right, so here I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm going to take Tyree Wilson. I could also go Jalen Carter, but I just think Jalen Carter is going to fall. I'm sorry, I think he might fall a little bit farther, even than Detroit now. Let's wait some of the...
For real? Oh, yeah. Man, that's... Okay. Well, I don't think he's going to fall. I think Jalen Carter is going to go right here to Detroit. I think the talent's there. Detroit sees the talent. They have a need on defense. The defense is what really held them back last year. You get arguably one of the best defensive players in the draft. So, I mean, I guess he's kind of got like some off-field situations that need to be handled right now.
He's also,
as well as his pro day.
He also showed up overweight.
He came in a bit overweight. Yeah, he came in a bit overweight.
And his 40 was slower than expected to. So that's the only reason why.
Shit. Well, yeah. But, I mean, you see the potential, one of the best players in the draft. I think the Lions go out and get him right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
for the Raiders.
I see what you're doing.
For the Raiders, I don't really have anything. I already know what I'm going to do right here. This is not much different than the last time I did a mock draft. It's basically the same thing that happened again, but I'm going to take Will Levis. Yeah. I just don't really see any other spot for Will Levis right here. They still have Garoppolo, but I just don't see any other spot for Will Levis to go in this draft other than the Raiders. So I'm just going to keep it simple. It's probably going to derail my mock draft if I didn't take Will Levis there, because then Will Levis is just going to fall because I have no idea who would take him. So
I don't know who would take him either. Bro.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go for the Raiders. The Raiders taking an upside pick right here. It's also probably the most important position. So they let him develop under Garoppolo, probably for like a year and a half maybe. Or if Garoppolo just really doesn't get the job done, yeah, you're probably just going to have to keep Garoppolo as a backup for a second year. So Will Levis.
They're paying him a lot to be a backup.
Yeah, that's what I just said. If it doesn't work out for Garoppolo, they have their backup option.
I mean, I guess.
And their long-term option. So, yeah. All right.
Atlanta, okay, yeah, I like how you got it set up on the edge already.
Okay, I'll just...
how you got it set up on the edge already. Yeah, they've been needing some edge help. I predicted Frank Clark to go there, my free agency predictions, and he still hasn't signed anywhere yet. Either way, they're going to get the edge threat that they need. And they go up. Ah, man. I don't really know too much about this guy, but I think they take Lucas Van Ness, edge rusher out of Iowa. I see them kind of linked to them in some other mock drafts, so I think Atlanta might go in this direction.
All right, yeah. It's pretty smart move. Yeah, Lucas Van Ness is one of the most underrated players, like I said in the last time on this mock draft. Yeah, so, yeah, it's a perfect fit. They need edge help. It's probably one of their biggest needs. So, yeah, it's pretty decent. Pretty good move right there. All right, then Chicago, I'm going to have them taking Peter Skoronski. You can move him all over the line. You can play him at guard. You can play him at tackle. You can even play him at center, but probably wouldn't be that good, but you can play center. But, yeah, he's probably going to get played at tackle in Chicago. Or they could move him to guard. You never know. But, yeah, this is a perfect fit. This is like one of my locks right now. I think it's going to happen for sure. So,
Peter Skoronski. Yeah, it makes sense, bro. You need to protect Justin Fields. You need to protect Justin Fields. You get the weapons around him, right? This offense could be pretty dynamic next year.
Yeah.
All right, so number 10, we got Philadelphia.
You want me to search up anything? You want me to put edge or what do you want me to do?
I think I know where I'm going. I think you know where I'm going.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, actually, no. The edge kind of... Oh, okay. Edge does make sense here, too. Oh, man. Where's Philly's next pick at? It's all the way at the back, isn't it? Like 30?
Yeah, it's like 30.
Oh,
30.
Ah, damn. All right. Actually, yeah, go edge.
Okay.
Damn, I'm stuck between two people right now. Edge. All right, go running back.
Hold on.
All right, take Bijan.
Okay.
Yeah. Bijan Robinson, number 10 to the Eagles. That's going to make the offense 10 times better than what it already was last year. 10 times more explosive. You got a legitimate running threat every time he touches the ball, along with Jalen Hurts. Oh, yeah, this offense is going to be nasty. Combine it with the offensive line that they got right now. Oh, yeah, this is going to be nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to kind of threw my picks away now. So now we're going to... yeah. So now we're just going to take... Damn, I really wanted the Patriots to trade up. But the Patriots aren't going to trade up with Tennessee because it doesn't make sense. Because Tennessee also needs this position. So I'm not going to have them trade up. So I'm going to have them take Paris Johnson.
Bring in O-line.
Yeah, they need an offensive tackle. Yeah. I want the Patriots to trade up, but I don't think the Titans are going to trade down with the Patriots, who also are going to take a tackle. So, it just makes sense for Paris Johnson for them to take him, just stick there and take him. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're into Houston now. Team needs edge. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. Go to the edge. I like Miles Murphy or Nolan Smith right here. I like both of them. I think it's Miles Murphy.
All right.
Miles Murphy right there. They get their edge threat. They get the QB and they get their edge. If they could hit on both of those, Houston just nailed to the most important positions right here in the draft.
Yeah.
This could be a big turnaround in the Houston rebuild if these nail these picks.
Yeah, that's probably what I would have done as well. Miles Murphy's more solidified right now over Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith had a great combine, but Miles Murphy's already shown it. He showed his potential at Clemson. So he's probably more solidified as a surefire. He's probably more surefire. Like you're not gonna draft the bus more than likely. Nolan Smith, you don't know yet.
Yeah, for sure. So Houston could really turn their team around with this draft right here. Kind of the same way the Jets did last year. Houston's got a real shot to do that this year.
Yeah. More than likely the Patriots are just screwed over in this draft because they need tackles, so they're probably gonna wind up with a tackle that's worse because the Jets are gonna take Broderick Jones.
3 are off the board.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay.
You can still go tackle them. These tackles, they're ranked lower on this website, but all of them could be first round picks. I think all three of these guys are gonna be first round picks. So just to let you know.
Jones too?
Yeah, I think all of them. Yeah, all of them have the potential.
Yeah,
more Darnell Wright. Tackles. Yeah, more of these guys, but DeJuan Jones can be like a late first round.
Oh man, they might reach. I don't know. The Patriots have a tendency of like reaching or like making some random picks out of the ordinary. Yeah, give me Darnell Wright. Wright.
This kind of reach as well, but it's still.
They have a tendency for doing that though. Like,
they need tackle badly.
Cole Strange last year.
They need tackle badly, so it makes sense. The Packers need a receiver here, but like you said last time we did a mock draft, you said they haven't took a receiver, or they haven't took any like receiver, tight end, or any position like that in the first round in a long time. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna say that they don't do it again. Even though I can see them doing it this year, I can see them breaking it, but I'm just gonna have them taking Nolan Smith, his best player available right now, probably. He's probably the best player available, and they also need another edge alongside Rashawn Gary, another legitimate edge. Yeah. So they probably just take Nolan Smith here.
Nolan Smith makes sense right there. Oh, okay. Yeah. Where's Washington? Who do they got at QB right now? They got Sam Howell and...
Yeah, they got Sam Howell and... Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett. Oh, yeah. I forgot they got Jacoby. Yeah. Shoot. I'm not sure if Hendon Hooker goes first round. If he would have finished off the year, bro, Hendon Hooker definitely would have been a first round pick.
Yeah, he's probably going to be like a second or third. Probably.
Yeah, okay. Who are the corners on Washington?
Kendall Fuller. And Benjamin St. Juste. He's all right. They're all right. Kendall Fuller's all right too. He's not as good.
I think they could use an upgrade there. I don't know. The corners of Phil, bro. The corners of Phil.
Yeah.
The corners of Phil. Oh, man. Christian Gonzalez. I think Washington would be getting a steal with this pick. Yeah. Maybe Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, it is a pretty big steal. So, that's a pretty big steal right here. I think we might have, more than likely, I have a feeling the top three corners are going to go right now. So,
Devon Witherspoon all lined up in a row.
Devon Witherspoon he's probably better than Joey Porter Jr., but I just want Joey Porter Jr. to go to Pittsburgh, so I'm just going to pick him. Devon Witherspoon is probably better.
Yeah. And then Detroit gets lucky with that one because now they end up with Devon Witherspoon.
Yeah, so the top three corners.
Back-to-back corners, yeah.
Yeah, those three teams are probably the neediest at that position. So they all fill it right there. Yeah, if I had to rank those three guys, I'd probably rank Christian Gonzalez 1, then Witherspoon 2, and Joey Porter Jr. 3. I just wanted Joey Porter Jr. to go to Pittsburgh.
Would love to have Joey Porter in Pittsburgh too, though. I don't think they care if Devon Witherspoon's a better corner or not. I'm pretty sure all of them would want Joey Porter down there in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that one makes 2 cents to me to not go with it. All right, so this is going to be a pretty boring pick for Tampa Bay, especially since they lost Tom Brady. They probably want to do a flashy move, but I just don't see it happening for them. So I'm just going to take simple Simple pick. They released Donovan Smith. They need tackle still. So I'm just going to have them taking Anton Harrison. It's probably a little bit of a reach as well.
Baker.
I don't think it's as much as a reach as his website is making it seem. This website ranked him as 32. And I don't think it's that much of a reach. I don't even think the one that the Patriots took, Tennessee tackle, I forgot his name.
Right.
I don't think that's a reach either. That's not really that much of a reach. But they have him like at fucking 35 and 32, so it looks like a reach on this website, but it's not really that big of a reach. So yeah.
Still solid moves, yeah.
Yeah.
You get a position of need. Yeah, they already have Tristan Wirfs at the other end. So what, they would have Harrison playing left tackle?
Yeah, left tackle to replace Donovan Smith. Right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, see, we got Seattle back on the board. They already got their edge filled out with the last pick. Okay. Let's see. Damn, the only QB available is Hendon Hooker. And I don't think you want a 26-year-old QB sitting on the bench at all, really. Maybe no more than a year, to be honest. They got Geno Smith. I don't really see what the difference between Geno Smith and Hendon Hooker would really be, other than the fact that it's cheaper. Okay. What corners are on the board right now? All top 3 went off.
Yeah. Deontay Banks, Cam Smith, Kelee Ringo.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Kelee Ringo. Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if they went D-line either here.
Linebacker set up. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he didn't take Jalen Carter. Oh, actually, no. Brian Breesy does make sense here, though.
Yeah, he
does make sense right here then at this pick. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because normally I'm already assuming that they would have Jalen Carter. Actually, no, they got Tyree Wilson anyways. Yeah, just stack up the D-line. Screw it.
Brian Breesy.
They got Woolen last year, and what was it, like the 4th round or something like that?
Yeah, in the 4th.
Yeah, so they might be able to get another steal at corner later in the draft.
Yeah, they could go corner in this round too, but I think, Breesy is probably the move. I could have also seen them going Kansi as well. Kansi's pretty solid. But Breesy's probably the move right there for the Seahawks if that's the way the draft board falls. All right, then I have the Chargers taking receiver. I'm gonna surprise you a little bit here because you probably think I'm gonna take one of these top 3 guys, but I'm not gonna take any of them because none of them. It's telling me to take them, but none of these guys really fit what the Chargers need.
Suggested.
And Jake was really another clone of Keenan Allen. You really don't need that.
Yeah.
Quentin Johnson's another clone of Mike Williams. Kind of. Not as good as a jump ball receiver. Johnson's not as good as Mike Williams is at catching those contested. Yeah. And Jordan Addison, he just doesn't have the speed that the guy I'm going to take has. And that's what they really need. They need speed. So this is going to be pretty surprising that our first receiver in this draft is being Zay Flowers. But I'm going to take Zay Flowers.
Is it like that makes the most sense. Henry Ruggs situation where he's the first wide receiver off the board strictly off of his speed?
Yeah.
Kind of like Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, not really like Henry Ruggs because Zay Flowers is a much better. Probably, I don't know. I don't think he's like Henry Ruggs because he's a better catcher of the football.
Better route runner. Henry Ruggs are just strictly speed at that point when the Raiders drafted him.
Zay Flowers is going to be good on the outside as well. He can also play inside as well if you need him to, but he's more of an outside receiver. He's only 5'9", so he's pretty short, but he can play on the outside. In college, he basically played on the outside, so the Chargers are basically going to want him to play on the outside because Keenan Allen's a slot and Mike Williams is the outside receiver. So Zay Flowers is being drafted to be the outside receiver, but still, I don't think this is the way it's going to happen because I think there's going to be another receiver probably, at least one of these 3 guys. And in the real draft, I think at least one of these 3 guys is going to be taken between the teens.
I'm surprised I fell this far.
So I think Zay Flowers is a perfect fit for the Chargers. He could have also gone to the Ravens. He's probably the best receiver for the Ravens to take as well. Because I think the Zay Flowers is what they need. They need more speed in the receiving core, but the Chargers took him away first. So, yeah.
That's all right. I still think the Ravens get their receiver that they want. I'm kind of torn, though. Actually, the top 3, really. Jackson Smith-Njigba, Quentin Johnson, and Jordan Addison. I don't think there's really a clear-cut number 1 amongst these 3. Especially considering you took the 4th corner on the board as the first receiver taken. So that really just comes to show, there's not really a clear-cut guy right there. So with the Ravens pick, I'm going to have them go out there. Damn. Okay, who are the receivers right now? Bateman, Duvernay,
Aguilar, and Aguilar. That's it.
They take a swing at Quentin Johnson.
Okay.
They take a swing at Quentin Johnson. TCU.
Yeah.
They're probably the best receiver in college football last year, if I'm being honest. It's between him or Jordan Addison. They're
Yeah.
both a part of like the two most explosive offenses in the college football last year. Jordan Addison had what's his face? Caleb Williams down there slinging him the rock with Lincoln Riley too. That's not gonna be it's not gonna be that easy in Baltimore, but yeah,
Yeah.
give me Quentin Johnson. He dealt with Max
Yeah.
Duggan, and yeah, they pretty much led an explosive offense last season.
Yeah. Out of all three guys that you could have taken, Quentin Johnson's probably the best. I think I like Zay Flowers the most for them still, if they take a receiver in this draft. But if Zay Flowers isn't there, Quentin Johnson's probably the best one for the receiving core, to be honest with you, and Jigba and Addison, I don't really like their skill sets to be in Baltimore. I think they're going to get kind of wasted in Baltimore, to be honest with you. Because unless Baltimore drastically changes their offense, it's probably still going to be a little bit similar. I don't think they're drastically going to change it. A lot of their offense is a lot of deep stuff. And Jigba and Addison, I think they're kind of be useless in
yeah, for real.
Baltimore because
and
most
Baltimore
of them are
finally gets her big body wide receiver too.
Yeah. Aguilar Bateman and Duvernay are more like these guys as well. They have the skill sets of Njigba and Addison. I don't know how good they are compared to them because they haven't played in the NFL yet, but they have the skill sets of them. So it's probably better to get a receiver you don't have the skill set of.
Like another one of those three, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you get a different skill set. You get a big body down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could actually see Quentin Johnson falling out of the first round, but
for real,
yeah. Yeah, it was just a lot of people, not just me, don't really think he's that good of a jump ball. He's kind of overrated at that, and that's his best thing about him. Because there's a lot of tape about him like that. He was supposed to be 6'4", but he's also only 6'2", so that's pretty.
He's only 6'2". Oh shoot.
Yeah. Yeah. When they actually got they actually measured him at the combine. He's 6'2", actually, not 6'4". So.
Oh damn.
Yeah, but that's all.
Like last year. I haven't watched like the full on tape breakdowns of him. I just watched those TCU games where he'd be shredding defenses, bro. Him and Max Duggan. So that's my memory of him.
Yeah. Yeah, I've already watched. Right. I'm the total opposite of you because I didn't watch college football at all. I just watched the fucking tapes.
Watch the tape.
So I already know all these players play already. That's the only reason I know. Because I don't watch college football at all to me. To me, it's a little boring for me.
I just watched the production from TCU there.
So yeah, and then that's a solid pick though. That's probably what I'd have picked as well for Baltimore at that position. All right, then next, this is obvious to me. Deontay Banks is the fourth best corner in this draft. Minnesota still needs quarterback help. They added Byron Murphy, but they still need more help in that department.
Yeah, they lost the dangerous Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, so so this is the best player available at the not the best player available probably not at all. I don't know why I said that. He's probably the best player at the position of need for the Vikings. And he's also it's also not a reach. It's also not like it's not like you're reaching for a position of need. So it's a good pick for the Vikings right there, taking Deontay Banks. All right.
Okay, let's see about Jacksonville here.
Yeah, they're actually a pretty tough team to pick for.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest with you. But
damn. Okay, well, let's see. They got Kirk. Got Christian Kirk. Who are the other receivers? Christian Kirk,
Calvin Ridley, and Zay Jones.
I think they set right there for right now.
Yeah, I don't think they take a receiver. I'm gonna try to help you out a little bit here, just because I know you're gonna struggle a little bit. So I'm just gonna help you out. So I'll give you some positions that they probably take. They'll probably either take tight end, so you can probably pick from the tight end. So like it's suggesting us to take tight end, even though they have Evan Ingram. Yeah. Evan Ingram plays a lot in the slot, so I can see them going tight end.
You're gonna use them more in the slot. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they also Peterson does have a tendency to run some 2 tight end sets.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's where and then they also need D-line still, a little bit of D-line. It'd probably be between Kalijah Kancey or Mozzie Smith. Mozzie Smith's pretty underrated, but yeah, I can see them going with these guys. But yeah, it's more than likely tight end or D-line to me.
Michael Mayer. Who do you think's better between Mayer and Dalton Kincaid?
Well, it's really with the type of skill set you want because Kincaid's more like he's more receiving. He's like practically receiving. He's like more of like Travis Kelce type. He's He's a really good receiving tight end.
But that's kind of similar to Evan Ingram, though.
Yeah, and Michael Mayer is more of the big body tight end. He's like 6'5" and he can block, and he's still pretty decent receiving. But that's the type of tight ends they are.
All right. Yeah, give him Michael Mayer then.
All right. Yeah, that's where I would have gone as well. Sometimes I've seen people go Johnson, Kincaid, and Michael. It's like interchangeable between them two. So yeah, that's a good pick right there. They can add another tight end, add another weapon for Trevor Lawrence. So yeah, all right, then I'm gonna be happy right here. The Giants get the guy I wanted. I was hoping he didn't fall. In a lot of these mock drafts, I'm just completely biased for the Giants, so I just make sure he falls until the Giants pick.
Yeah.
So
but see, this time I wasn't even trying to be biased either, because I mean I was in there too, and he still somehow fell.
Yeah,
so that's
this is the guy. This is the guy I want the most in this draft. Jackson Smith-Njigba. So yeah, I'm gonna take him 25. The Giants still need a receiver, another actual, because we have Crowder and Campbell. That's the guys they added. They re-signed Slayton, and Njigba has the potential to be better than all those guys, and still a position of need. And he was probably the best player overall available on the board right now. So yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense, bro. It makes sense all the way around.
Shit. Yeah, it makes sense right there. Yeah, there's
all right.
Nothing else much to say.
Team needs. All right, so
I don't really think they need a receiver. I think it just has an updated.
Because they still got Brandon Cooks. Yeah, okay.
It's probably running
more. Bijan's probably like the only first round running back, isn't he?
Yeah, I could see Gibbs in the first round, but I don't think the Cowboys would take him. To me, it's either cornerback or tight end. To be honest with you, if I was
tight end.
Yeah.
Well, they already got a corner.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, they do need a tight end though. They do need.
Yeah, I think tight ends.
They lost Schultz. Okay, yeah. Let's see tight end. Let's see the tight ends. Kincaid's still on the board, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, give him Kincaid.
Yeah, that's where I was.
Receiving threat, so I feel like that fits. Well, actually, Kellen Moore's not there anymore, so I don't know how much it fits anymore. But I still think Dallas could use him as a good replacement for Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, Kincaid is probably where I would have gone as well. Yeah, the other positions of needs on this website, they already solved those really. So they could probably also go.
I saw wide receiver number 1. I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah, Jerry Jones likes taking a lot of old linemen in the draft, so I could have seen maybe Osiris Torrance being taken. I saw I'm actually going to take for Buffalo. Yeah. I was thinking receiver.
I considered like interior O-line, but
yeah, they could take interior O-line. I'm not going to be surprised because they like taking O-linemen a lot in the first rounds. So
yeah,
I'm not going to be surprised if they do that. But yeah, usually with Buffalo, the last couple of mock drafts I've been doing personally, I've been giving them Quinn Johnson as another receiver in the receiving court, but he's not here on the board anymore. So I'm going to take their next position of need. This is actually probably a steal as well. Because I think Osiris Torrance is probably going to be a top 20 pick. And he just didn't. It's just in this draft, it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
So
so the websites kind of screwed him over with this ranking?
Yeah, this is probably a decent ranking. But yeah, I can see him going top 20 earlier than this for sure, probably. So yeah, the Bills, they need this the most. Their interior line is pretty weak. So Osiris Torrance is the best interior lineman in this draft, the best guard. This guard draft's pretty weak, but he's the best one in this draft. And he's not. It's weak, but he's good. So it's not a reach.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. All right, so we on to Cincinnati now.
Yeah.
Okay, who's a running back right now? They lost Pirine. Oh, they still got Mixon.
Yeah, Zeke might go to the Bengals too, because apparently the Eagles and the Jets. Apparently the Eagles and the Jets have no actual interest in him. He just wants to go there. So
he just wants to go there.
Yeah. The Bengals are the only one that actually have interest in him. That's what I've learned. After I looked more into it,
man.
Yeah, that's what I learned.
I'm hoping he goes to the Eagles just so I can be right about my pick. All right, let's see. Cincinnati. They lost their safeties. They lost both of them. They haven't replaced them with anyone yet. I mean, they had a replacement kind of in the works, but they need another replacement. Okay, who's the top safety on the board? Oh, Brian Branch. Yeah, give him that.
Yeah, Brian Branch.
Give him Brian Branch. Yeah.
Yeah, Brian Branch is he's a dual safety and slot corner as well. He can play both positions.
A hybrid. Yeah,
he's like a hybrid. So I kind of see him as a safety a little bit more. A lot of people see him as a corner, but I kind of see him more as a safety. But yeah, it's a solid move. They could have also gone DeJuan Jones here because they still lost they're going to trade Jonah Williams, and they really have no other tackle left. So I can see him going DeJuan Jones. But I don't really think all the tackles that we drafted are going to get taken that quick, to be honest with you. Like the way we did in this draft, I don't think it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it could happen, actually. There's a good chance it could happen. But I don't know if that's going to happen just because I don't know. I don't know if the tackles that we took are going to actually get taken because I can see reaches happening. So
you can see reaches happening? Oh,
I can see what's his name. I can see guys like Matthew Bergon and Jalen Duncan. Both of these guys,
Yeah.
I can see them jumping up, even though they shouldn't get jumped up. But I can see them. I can see people reaching, especially the Patriots, even the Titans. I can see the Titans reaching, but I don't think. Yeah, this is a good move though. They need safety help. They lost both their safeties, so they're gonna. The only tough thing is that their safety room is gonna be really young because it's basically just gonna be Brian Branch and it's gonna be Daxton Hill, and those two guys are very young. They have a veteran actually. They have Michael Thomas. He's a safety as well. He's more of a special teams guy though. That's the only guy that they really have. So it's a good veteran still to have, I guess, because if they draft Brian Branch, their safety room is gonna be really young. And Daxton Hill is basically still a rookie kind of because he really didn't play that much behind Von Bell and Jesse Bates. Mm-hmm. So their safety room is going to be super young. It's basically going to be like starting two rookies. But I guess one of the rookies knows a little bit more of the playbook. So that's good. Yeah. All right, here. The Saints. This is tough. The way it's looking right now is like if Jordan Addison's not going to be taken in the first round. So I can see somebody taking him, but the way it's looking right now.
I was looking at that too. I'm like looking at the rest of the board. I'm like, oh,
because the Steelers, I don't know why they're here because they don't have a first round pick. This is the second round, so I'm technically right. Even if they take him, I am technically right still that Jordan Addison falls. So
I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh damn, we could bring in Addison to Pittsburgh. I was actually thinking, I was considering it, bro. As soon as I saw him still there, I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah, and then so I'm probably I can see them maybe taking Kalijah. Actually, I'm gonna take them. They're gonna take Kalijah Kancey. I was thinking about getting in the corner, but it was just tough. Yeah, it was just their D line. They lost all of their D line. Like everybody that started for the D line last year, they lost to free agency. So their cornerback room is pretty weak, other than Lattimore. Mm-hmm. But they probably need D line more. Cause they still have some options at cornerback if they don't draft one here in the first round. They could probably take one in the second one as well. But Kancey's probably the best player available for them to take.
All right, let's see. Go to the edge for Philadelphia. Will McDonald the fourth. You think he's a first rounder? The website has him kind of low.
Yeah, he could get in the first round. This is probably where he would, if he was in the first round, this is probably where he would be selected. Yeah.
All right, let's see. They brought their corners back, so I don't really think they need a corner as much. Yeah, give him Will McDonald. Will McDonald the fourth.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably the weirdest draft I've seen for the Eagles since they took Bijan at 10. That's really not something I usually do, so it was pretty different. Yeah. Yeah, but it was...
I mean, it makes sense, bro. Yeah, like, at least in my head, it makes sense. Like, bro, that takes their offense to a completely new level.
Yeah, I could see them doing that. Yeah, I pick differently for the Eagles just because of Howie Roseman. The way Howie Roseman picks in the draft is usually he takes except for that one year where he took Jalen Reagor.
He likes to take D-line, though.
Yeah, he loves to take D-line. So that's the only reason I always pick. In these last couple of mock drafts I've been doing, they just take D-line the whole first round. So
yeah,
that's the only thing I do different. All right, for Kansas City, I'm kind of confused now because I don't know. I don't really like any of these.
Spot for Addison?
I don't really know. Addison could be. I'm just gonna take Addison so it could be a steal because this is a super big steal if they take it. Actually, I don't really know if it's not. Is, bro. It could be a super big steal, but there's also concerns of Addison. So I'm not gonna say it's like a guaranteed steal, but this could be.
Yeah, but you give him Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, bro. That could definitely be a steal. Yeah,
this could be a steal. Depending on how he plays in the NFL, but just as a prospect, this is a huge deal for them. So I'm going to take Addison. They need receiver help still. They're still in the OBJ sweepstakes and the DeAndre Hopkins sweepstakes, so they might not need to take a receiver here because Andy Reid still said that Kadarius Toney is going to be their number one receiver next year. So I don't know,
but I don't think they would expect Addison to come in and be number one in his first year, though.
Yeah,
if he was I could also see bro. I think that might be too good to pass up on.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't pass up on him, but I could also see them taking DeJuan Jones.
Oh, that does make sense too.
Yeah.
Okay. Pittsburgh. Are we gonna do Pittsburgh too? I mean, might as well.
Yeah, just do it
here. Okay. Let's see. Who are the offensive tackles right now? Actually,
DeJuan Jones. I don't really think you want to reach. These other guys are reach. So, DeJuan Jones.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Pittsburgh doesn't really have offensive tackle, right?
No.
All right. Yeah, DeJuan Jones. On
DeJuan
the website,
Jones.
it doesn't have offensive tackle. Well, I mean, it's got him, but it's like towards the bottom. I don't know. I still think Pittsburgh needs O-line help. I think they'll take some O-line help. So, yeah, DeJuan Jones, let's take him right here.
Yeah. All right, so,
second round.
Yeah, DeJuan Jones.
A plus.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, those are probably the two best options for them to take. So that was pretty good. I want to see what it rated everybody. Let's see Arizona. Arizona got an A plus. That makes sense. Atlanta, B. I don't really think it's that bad. Okay, yeah, Clayton Johnson got A plus. Buffalo Bills A plus. I think everybody gets an A plus practically in this. Yep, CJ Stroud A plus. Dalton Kincaid A. What did the Bears get? A. I don't really think this website weight.
You don't have an order for them? Yeah, because it just went to the Browns.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. They got A's. I think only in this website. I think this website only they only give you a bad grade if you completely reach
on your picks, bro.
Yeah, unless you completely reach, they're gonna give you a good grade. See, yeah, the Giants A plus. Dolphins, they don't have a first round pick. Yeah. Indianapolis Colts A. Yeah, but basically, if you pick the player that they want you to pick, they're gonna give you an A plus. So, yeah, they're not gonna rate you badly.
I guess that's all right. Even though you had some players getting taken that they were. Oh, what did the Patriots get actually? What did the Patriots get?
They probably got like a B. Let me see. I think they got like a B. Oh, yeah, see, B plus.
Yeah. According to the website, it was a reach.
Yeah, they would have gave me an F if I took the guy that was 83. That's when they would have given me a bad grade.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably would have still gave me like a C minus or something just because I took a position of need. They probably would have given me like a C minus still, even though I just reached completely. But yeah, that was our mock draft.
Yeah, just like some random player that's not even a position of need.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, that came out pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was our second version of our mock draft, at least. This time we did together. So, yeah, there will still have a couple more in between because the draft's still about a month away. It's March 26th right now. The draft's April 28th, so it's like about, 32 days away. So, yeah, we'll probably still have a couple more, probably like 3 more mock drafts in between from then until now. All right, then we're going to talk about...
That's a pretty good number.
Yeah, and then we're going to have some NBA discussions here. I don't know if we really should talk about
Hold on, just to stay on the draft topic real quick, man. It's crazy because this is actually one of the most pumped I've been for an NFL draft in probably since 2020 actually. Yeah, 2020 was the last time we were high up. I was kind of hoping we would draft Jordan Love, but either way, bro, I was still excited about bringing in Michael Pittman as a prospect. So I was pretty excited about that 2020 draft. This is the most excited I've been since then, bro. Probably the least excited you've been in the past decade.
Yeah, last year was probably the most excited I was. Because last year we had the 5th and 7th pick.
You had 2, yeah.
Yeah, last year was probably the most exciting year that I had for the draft. This year, not really. Because it's not like, I'll be excited if we get the guy I want, like Jackson Smith-Njigba. I'll be really excited if we get him, but it's not like, I'm not like super pumped for the draft this year.
No, bro. It's like at least I tell you, like the last decade, it's the only time you have a pretty bad pick.
Yeah. Usually the draft's like one of the things I'm looking forward to the most, but this year it's all right. Like I'm gonna watch it, obviously. I like the draft, but not for the Giants fans. It's not that exciting as it usually is. Yeah, usually it's more exciting. So
I know. That's the thing you look forward to before the season even starts.
Yeah. This is the first time didn't have to do that. So. Yeah, I just I don't want to talk about the NBA too long today, so I just really want to talk about some of the bigger storylines. So we really have to, we're going to do our preview for the games. I just wanted to talk about some of the biggest storylines. Like I wanted to talk about the Mavs' recent struggles. Like that's one of the,
what the hell are we doing?
They lost on Friday night, 117 to 109, and then today as well, they lost. Let me find the score. Let me pull it up. They lost 110 to 104 to the Hornets, who are like one of the worst teams in the NBA. So. I wanted to get your thoughts first, since you're the Mavs fan.
Yeah. We love to shit on the Hornets all the time, bro. The Mavs were 16-point favorites going into Friday night's game. they lost. And not only that, but they were getting beaten down the entire game. It's not even like they really had a chance. They kind of brought it back close towards the end, but I mean, it didn't really matter. Charlotte still ended up winning, and I'm not even sure if Dallas ever took the lead for, I can't even remember how long they held a lead, if they even held a lead at all. But that was pretty embarrassing. Luka, you saw him after the game. I don't know how many people saw his interview, bro. That's the most sad I've ever seen this man, bro. I don't even know. This dude looked depressed out there, bro, in that interview. And he said, yeah, I mean, the losing had an effect to it. He also said he's got some stuff going on off the court, which he didn't want to share, of course. I mean, wouldn't want to share my personal life out there to the media anyways. But whatever Luka is going through, man, I'd say he's my favorite player in the league. So it makes me sad to see him sad like that. I say, like, on and off the court, bro. I mean, seeing him sad makes me sad, bro. So that's tough. They had a chance to redeem themselves today. They had an early game against the Hornets, and it didn't go much better for us. I mean, we kept it more competitive this time, but we still ended up losing. Luka put up 40. He put up a solid 40. And we still lost. How does that happen? I don't know. We're 2 games under 500. We're the 11th seed right now. Number 11. 1-1. That's not even a playing team. Like, we had 2 easy games to get back on track. 2 easy games to get back on track against one of the worst teams in the league that lost one of their best players, that the greatest player of all time who bought this team, he's trying to get rid of it. He's trying to sell his majority stake in the team. That's where the Charlotte Hornets are at right now. And this is a team that we lost to. Coming in at 16-point favorites. 16-point favorites, bro. I want you to think how absurd that is. Being a double-digit favorite, it's already crazy in its own right. 16-point favorites, bro, and you freaking lost. Like, how does it happen? Not just once, too. You lost twice. We're already on a losing streak not really a losing streak. We're losing a lot going into this, bro. I'd say we finally hit 500 a few games ago. The first time we were 500 in since 2019, like about 2019. This is the worst we've been since then, bro. I don't know whose fault it is. If it's Jason Kidd, I mean, he doesn't listen to the fans, obviously. We brought in Christian Wood to bring in more points and finally replace Dwight Powell after that nonsense he did in the playoffs last year. And he still starts Dwight Powell over Christian Wood. So maybe it is Jason Kidd. I like Jason Kidd after what he did last year. He brought us to a Western Conference Finals after not making it past the first round, like 10 years under Carlisle. So, I mean, I can't say to fire Jason Kidd yet. But god damn it, bro. I bring up Christian Wood all the time, man. I bring up playing Christian Wood every single time. And what do? They go out and start Dwight Powell. So it could be Jason Kidd. I don't really think it's Kyrie Irving. I already saw people like on Instagram blaming Kyrie, like, oh, it's a Kyrie effect. That's why Luka's crying on the damn press conference. Well, he wasn't actually crying, but oh, it's a Kyrie effect. It's not even Kyrie, bro. Kyrie's doing his thing out there. I really don't know what it is. I really don't know how it is. This team really should have upgraded from last season. On paper, this team really upgraded from last season. Maybe it's a loss of Jalen Brunson. Who knows? Jalen Brunson is looking pretty good down there in New York right now. But I don't know. Maybe he was like one of those guys who like really held that team together. I don't know what it is right now, bro. But this is the most disappointed I've been since Luka was drafted, really. Because even the year he was drafted, I didn't really have expectations for this team. But seeing Luka perform the way he did actually gave me hope. So I wasn't really disappointed by that year. This year is disappointing, though, because I was expecting to improve off of last year, improve off the momentum making the Western Conference Finals. And all this team did is regress, and I really can't understand how, if I'm being honest.
All right, well, I got a little bit of information from these games. Well, the reason you guys lost the Hornets the last 2 times is because just basically like the whole team doesn't show up except for Luka. So like Kyrie, he had 18 points his last 2 games, but it was like it was like 18 points, but his efficiency was like meh. I don't know how to describe it. It's not terrible, but it was like it's all right. He was 5 for 15 this game. This game that they lost today, and he was a 6 for 18, I believe, or something like that last game.
Yeah.
So he played a little. He didn't play like the way you expect Kyrie to play usually. Like average like 27 or something like that. He didn't really play like that. And it's not really because Christian went off the bench either, because Christian Wood's outplayed Dwight Powell these last 2 games as well. It's really, except for this game, Christian Wood really didn't play because it looks like I'm just looking at the stat line. It looked like PJ Washington was giving it to Christian Wood this game, so that's all I'm gonna say about that. Because PJ Washington at 21 and 12, so it looked like that's probably why. Because Christian Wood and Powell really didn't play this game at all. They really didn't play today. Wood played like 17 minutes, and then Powell only played 4. Powell got benched really quick. So, probably Dorian Finney-Smith is probably also a little lost. They're probably losing him a little bit. Gordon Hayward, at least I'm just talking about these last 2 games straight up, because this is really where it's been bad for them. Like Gordon Hayward, he's like nobody can guard him on the perimeter in these last 2 games. He's had 20. He had 22 this game. He had 28 last game. And it was like pretty good efficiency. Like he barely missed any shots. So the perimeter defense is really missing. Yeah, Jalen Brunson's probably also another big. They probably doesn't have the same what is it called? The same chemistry that the last year's team had, because they played with each other for a little bit already. Yeah. At least some of the guys, like Brunson, was been on the team for a long time already, and played with most of these. Yeah, and he played with most of these guys already.
The same year as Luka.
Yeah, Finney-Smith was also like there for like 2 years at least, wasn't he? Yeah, like around there.
He's been there for a minute too, bro.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's been there since Luka's whole career.
Oh damn, yeah. They probably lost a little bit of team chemistry. The defense is just not as good as it was last year. Yeah. So I don't think Jason Kidd's gonna get fired, or he could, just because they have Luka. Just because you have Luka, you have one of the best players. They're gonna, especially Mark Cuban. You expect when you have one of the best players on your team to be a good team. Yeah. So Jason Kidd, like, he's probably not that terrible of a coach, but just because especially if you guys miss the play-in, at least if you miss the play-in, he's getting fired for sure. Because it's like, yeah, because like
we got no business missing the play-in.
Yeah, there's like arguments for like other teams that have like other coaches on other teams, like they have worse players, so it's more understandable. Like, but like Jason Kidd, he has Luka and Kyrie. There's concerns with the rest of his roster, like with their defense, mainly defense and rebounding is mainly the 2 weaknesses for the Mavs, especially the rebounding, because Luka is usually the leader of the rebounding and he's a point guard. So it's just kind of like
that's not a recipe for success.
Yeah, I understand it's fun when Luka has triple doubles and all that stuff, but it's like I think you'd rather have your centers be the leaders and rebounding. At least your starting center, you at least want him to be the leader in rebounding. At least him.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rebounding's pretty weak, so they probably need to do something about that. It's gonna be pretty tough if you guys miss the playoffs and you guys don't get your top 10 pick. So there's like no, because I'm pretty sure the picks, like if you guys don't make the playoffs and you have to get the pick, I'm pretty sure the picks you only get if it's 1 through 10. So
yeah, it's top 10 protected.
Yeah, so
I believe to the Knicks.
Yeah.
Was that a part of the Kristaps trade?
Yeah, it was a part of the Kristaps trade.
It was a part of the Kristaps trade. God damn it, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I could understand, bro. We're expecting to be at the top of the draft. I mean, it was going to be like the number 20 pick. What we were expecting, number 26, around there, somewhere towards the back end.
Yeah. But yeah, so if the Knicks would probably get a nice deal right there. If they get like the 12th pick or something like that, 12th, 13th pick, the 14th, like that would be. Yeah, because you have like a 1% chance of winning the lottery. Not even 1% chance. You have like a point. It's like super low, isn't it? If you're like 14th. Actually, it's probably a little bit higher now. It's probably like 1. It's probably like 2%.
Man,
maybe you guys get lucky.
Hits, bro. I'd be the happiest man of the world. I'd be the happiest man of the world. I'll take missing the playoffs for 1 year if that 1% freaking hits, bro. Oh my god, imagine that, bro. You got a French superstar, and then you get the Slovenian prodigy. Oh my god, bro, that team would be insane. But I doubt that's gonna happen, so I'm not even gonna get my hopes on that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's a very, very super unlikely chance. I'm pretty sure the highest pick that got the number 1 was the Pelicans, and the Pelicans were like 10 or 9. They were like in that range when they did it.
Yeah.
They weren't that low.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, because Memphis jumped up, but they didn't get number 1. They were like 11 or 12, I believe. They were in that range. Yeah. So, and you guys will probably be like the 14th seed, or the 14th worst team, something like that. Yeah. So,
well, that's if they keep losing. Because remember, bro, like a 3-game winning streak in the West could get you all the way back up to number 7. Like, I'm not even joking about that
Yeah.
either. If you go on like a solid 3-4 game win streak, it'll bump you all the way up, bro. It'll be very, very big in that race.
Yeah, what's your guys' record now? 36-39? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
38. Is it 38 or 39? I thought it was
39. No, it's 39.
It's 39?
Yeah.
39, bro. Oh my god, bro. 3 games? 3 games under 500?
Yeah, because you guys lost to Golden State and Charlotte back to back.
I thought, oh yeah, you're right. Shit. God damn, bro. God damn.
I guess you guys play the Pacers. They're still you guys play them tomorrow. So maybe hopefully you guys bounce
should
back.
have been a win, bro. I was talking about how a 3-game winning streak could really get you on track in this freaking conference. Yeah. That's 3 easy wins given to you. To you. When you need it the most, too. It's not like there's that much time left in the season. You're way more talented than the Hornets. You're way more talented than the Pacers, bro. That's 3 easy wins given to you. You get right back above 500. That's 2 games over 500, I believe. Or 1 game over 500. You're over 500, bro. That's all you need. That's all you need to make the playoffs this year. Just be over 500. Yeah, but you blow 2 easy games. That you're 16-point favorites.
Yeah, those Hornets games were tough. The Warriors game, I can understand you guys losing to the Warriors, but the Hornets were like, those were really tough games to lose.
Even that one was a 2-point game. I don't know what the hell they did at the end. I'm not going to blame the freaking... I mean, that was some BS, bro. In a 2-point game, yeah, that is some BS. The freaking ref stuff. But I'm not even going to blame that because they had a chance to win at the end. And they couldn't close it out. Which, I mean, bro, they could have won that one too. They easily could have won that one. So, let's say they won the Warriors. They beat the Hornets twice like they're supposed to. They beat the Pacers. That's a 4-game winning streak. It could take you all the way back up to, what, like number 5 or something like that? It could take you all the way up to like top 5 with the Clippers.
You guys would be 40-36. So, be a pretty decent record.
Yeah, no, but you blow these random games, bro. And as far as Luka's off the court stuff too, I don't really want to get into that, but goddamn, bro, I think gotta suck for this guy right now.
I think some of the stuff too. I don't think he's straight. I think some of the stuff he's frustrated probably with the coaching as well. He's not gonna say it, but
you're probably frustrated with everything right now. If I'm being honest, bro.
But the way
that's the only time he's ever lost since his rookie year.
He's probably frustrated with the roster building too. I'm not saying, he's not gonna say it obviously, but. Yeah, there's reasons you lose games like this. It's just because the roster is not there. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
But it looks upgraded from last year, though.
Yeah,
that's the thing. They were able to win last year, and to me, in my opinion, it looks upgraded. If you bring in Christian Wood, I mean, you lose Brunson and Finney-Smith. Actually, now I think about it, Brunson and Finney-Smith are probably the glue guys of that team.
Yeah,
that could be a reason.
Yeah,
they're probably the glue of that team.
Yeah, they're
you know how every team has those guys?
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. That really hit me right now at the moment. Brunson and Finney-Smith are probably those glue guys, those good vibes guys.
Dinwiddie was also pretty good running the bench, being the point guard off the bench. He was pretty good.
Yeah,
doing that too.
Hardy stepped up though.
Yeah,
so I can't be too mad about Dinwiddie.
Yeah, but Jaden Hardy's really not consistent. He's not consistent though. That's a problem. Because
I think he'll develop though.
That's what I'm talking about for this year, though. Yeah, I think he'll develop too. But for this year, you guys need to win now. It's not a develop situation right now. It's a win now situation.
I'd say, as far as losing Dinwiddie, I'm not too mad about it because I like seeing Jaden.
That's what. Reps. But those are the reasons why this team got worse to me. In my terms, those 3 guys were more important than a lot of people realized. You did get Kyrie. He's probably he's the best player Luka's played with, but it's the rest of the roster needs to be there as well. That's the biggest problem. Because even when the Rockets had CP and Harden, the rest of the roster was there. That's a good comparison. That's a good point guard, shooting guard deal too.
The thing is, though, I don't even think the roster is that bad because they literally just made the Western Conference Finals last year.
But I'm telling you,
as bad as people think it is.
It's not as bad. Yeah, obviously it's not that bad, but it's it's not as good.
Josh Green, I kind of expected him to do better, if I'm being honest.
Oh yeah, it's
he's way too inconsistent right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with Jaden Harden as well. It's just a small sample size. That's the only problem I have talking about those guys because they do good in small sample sizes, but you need them to be more consistent. I know drop 25 here, 29 there, but you need them to be more consistent to have a true. You need those guys that are going to be
drop 0 the next game.
You need those guys that are going to be on your team that are going to average 15 a game or 12 a game.
Yeah,
just have them on the.
Well, that's what Christian Wood is there for, and Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. For him, it's just injuries. Really, at least the last year.
Yeah,
he's a pretty good 3-point shooter. It's just injuries for him. And Wood's been getting more playing time than Dwight Powell, even though he's coming off the bench. So it's just like Dwight Powell literally just came in for 4 minutes today. I think
that was today, though.
Yeah.
There's other games, bro, where Dwight Powell just straight up outplays Christian Wood. You see, that was my thing, too. I'll be like, okay, if you want scoring off the bench, too, you want Christian Wood coming off the bench and scoring, I mean, as long as he's getting a lot more minutes of Powell, I'll be good. But no, most of these games, bro, Dwight Powell is actually outplaying Christian Wood, and that's what pisses me off.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought that there's a lot of there's holes on the roster still a little bit, like especially the defensive side when they made that Kyrie trade. Because Finney Smith was really important, and I don't think some people didn't realize that because they were just some people. I'm not saying that you did this, but some of the Mavs fans are just blinded by Kyrie because Kyrie is like one of the best players in the world. Like, obviously, yeah. But yeah, some of them were blinded by that, and they just didn't realize Finney Smith is really important. That's the guy who you're gonna be able to play perimeter defense. Like, that's one of the most important. That's one of the most important things when you're trying to win championships. It's like perimeter defense, because the 3-point shooting is going to kill you. If you can't guard the threes, you're going to get killed. And you're most likely going to lose every series if you can't do that.
Not only that, but he's a consistent 3-point shooter too. He's not going to go out there and like drop 20 one night and then drop 0 the next night. He's at least going to give you 10 and hit his threes when you need him to. Knock it down.
Yeah, then the rebounding is also.
The thing I really don't like about this losing streak too is we might have just gave up Finney Smith for nothing too if Kyrie Irving doesn't resign. Because right now I wouldn't be surprised if Kyrie wanted to get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, even if it's not to the Lakers, because the Lakers, they've basically said, not them specifically, but it's like Brian Windhorst said that the Lakers are probably not going to go after Kyrie anymore just because of they would have to like
D'Angelo Russell, right?
They would have to not pick up the option on D'Angelo Russell, and they would also have to release Vanderbilt and release Malik Beasley in order to free up the cap. So they're not going to go after him. But there's probably other teams that are going to get that. Like Miami is probably going to want to do it.
Miami, I can see Miami.
Even in Phoenix, I saw Brian. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it's like Brian Windhorst said that the Suns could explore getting rid of Chris Paul and getting Kyrie in the offseason. So I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I'm just saying that
overpowered.
Yeah, especially since him and KD are like best friends still. They're still best friends.
Yeah, that'd be overpowered too.
Yeah, so there's options for them.
Yeah.
That's
the worst part too. Is because we knew we were bringing in Kyrie for 1 year, and we had 1 year to convince him to want to stay here. And how do you convince them to stay here? By winning games, by building a good culture. But Dallas really hasn't done any of that since he's gotten here, and his contract expires by the end of the year. And we might just be left with nothing.
I was thinking that you might have to be if you're able to keep Kyrie. I think you guys might have to be one of those teams that just overpays for Anunoby, because I think Anunoby
bring in some defense.
Yeah, you probably would have to I don't know how the cap would work because of Wood, so you'd probably have to lose Wood. But Anunoby's probably if you want to win a championship now with Luka, Anunoby's probably you'd probably have to give up your pick this year and probably have to give Anunoby. Actually, no, you wouldn't be able to give up your pick because I forgot. Never mind. That's not going to happen.
It's in New York. Yeah.
You have to give up your picks next year.
I wouldn't be able to give up next year's pick either because of that back-to-back rule.
Oh, damn. You can swap the picks, though, no? Oh, yeah, but I don't think you would want to swap with the Mavs. It has to
be like a swap. Unprotected.
Yeah.
Like another swap.
Yeah, that's probably what it had to be. You probably got to overpay for Anunoby because it's probably the only way this roster gets legitimately better. But Wood would probably have to go. But I think Anunoby's probably more important if you want to win a championship. He plays the defense. He provides a view.
Yeah.
He gives you a good wing. So if you guys are able to keep Kyrie, it's probably Anunoby's probably – you should probably be one of the suitors for Anunoby. And you'd probably look to get a defensive center or a rebounding center.
They needed to do that for years already, but you know what we keep on doing is sticking with Dwight Powell.
Yeah, I think that would be a better overall fit than what Wood. Because Wood's good. He's averaging 18 points off the bench. But I think that would be a better fit if you guys got Anunoby and a better big.
Yeah. Yeah, as much as I like Wood, I mean, it does make sense, too.
A better defensive big. And more, you could probably, maybe if the Raptors are interested in Wood, but other than that, you could probably you probably have to let him walk.
Yeah.
In free agency. Because I don't think any team's going to be that interested in Wood. Because he's still a good player, but I don't think anybody's going to be that interested where they're going to do a sign and trade for him. unless they're getting a better player. So but they have they have two tough games. I really think like they play Philadelphia, Miami. Those are like two tough teams. Like Miami, we always shit on Miami. Miami's a tough team to play.
Yeah.
So
I don't shit on Miami, bro. I shit on Kevin Love.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, they're a tough team to play. Still, even they're like the 7th seed in the East, but they're still a tough team to play. You don't want to play them most of the time. So, and Philly, obviously, they haven't had Harden the last 2 games, but even without Harden, I think Harden will probably be back for this game because the game's on Wednesday. So unless his injury's that bad, Harden's probably gonna play this game. So that's a tough team to play. They're like a top 3 team in the East. The top 3 team. They have a top 3, top 4 record in the whole NBA. So that's another tough team to play. And they play Indiana. That should probably be a win. Hopefully tomorrow, because I thought Charlotte was going to be some wins, but I guess not. So hopefully Indiana win. Hopefully Indiana win, and then the Hawks. Yeah, the Hawks are inconsistent, so you could probably get a win there too. But yeah. You guys play Miami and Atlanta back to back next week, so that's probably not.
Miami's gonna be tough. In order to beat Philly too, they're gonna need another offensive explosion.
Like, like they don't miss a fucking shot the whole game. That fucking pissed me off. Yeah, because Embiid ain't getting guarded. Like Embiid's not getting guarded by anybody on the Mavs.
But when you get Luka and Kyrie combining for 80, then it's kind of hard to stop that.
Yeah, that's probably the way you guys have to beat the Philadelphia 76ers. Basically, have another game where you guys don't miss a shot. Cause that's the only way.
That's the only way I can see them winning.
Yeah, because Philly is just deep. All right, we're gonna talk about one more team. I want to really just talk about these 2 teams. I really don't want to go over every single game. We're gonna talk about the Lakers. The Lakers were on a hot streak a little bit the last few games. They slowed down today. Also, the Bulls 118-108 LeBron's return. This is actually a surprising return because LeBron was doubtful, but he ended up playing off the bench. But they actually had a solid couple games. They won 3 in a row before this. They're just coming off a win against Portland. Hold on, let me find that. No, hold on. That was wrong. They're coming off a win off the Thunder, and they played Phoenix as well. I believe they beat San Antonio before that, but I don't remember for sure. I know they were on a 3-game winning streak. So yeah, a lot of people were overhyping them again ever since they won 3 in a row. They were just coming off a tough week where they lost to the Rockets, and they lost a couple games after that too. And a lot of people were overhyping Austin Reeves again as well. I saw people saying Austin Reeves was better. They would rather have Austin Reeves than Jordan Poole. So, yeah, I like Austin Reeves. But yeah, that was some pretty crazy statements were being made. In this game, nobody really played that good for the Lakers against the Bulls. Not really. Nobody really showed up in that game. And Zach LaVine was unguardable today. He had 32. So, this is actually really the thing I wanted to see the Lakers fail. I predicted their wins.
I wanted to see the Lakers fail.
I predicted the Lakers to beat the Suns, and I also predicted them to beat the Thunder. So, but I was just tired of this overhyping the Lakers again. So they needed to get back to they needed to go back down. They could have gotten over 500 for the first time in a long time. The last time they were over 500, Trevor Ariza was on the roster. So it's been a long time. So, and the Bulls, I don't really care about the Bulls, so we're not gonna talk about them.
I don't really care about the Bulls.
The Pat Bev made like a too small. He did like a too small thing to LeBron. That was pretty funny.
I saw that, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, it's pretty funny. They play the Bulls.
I'm trying to end the Lakers playoff run too.
Yeah, they play the Bulls on Wednesday, but I just feel like the Bulls are they want to beat the Lakers so badly. So I just feel like the Lakers are gonna lose again. Even though the Lakers need to win these games,
back to the Bulls.
I just have a feeling the Bulls just want to beat them badly. Like they want this, they want to beat them. So I have a feeling, that they're gonna lose to them again on Wednesday. I just have a feeling about that. But yeah, LeBron's return. Yeah, LeBron's return. He had 19 points, 6 for 11. He played 30 minutes. 8 rebounds, 3 assists. So yeah, wasn't anything too crazy, but it's still pretty decent stat line. But yeah, it was just a tough game for the Lakers. Nobody really got consistent this game. They were on a bit of a hot streak. I believe they're the 8th seed right now. Let me check that. So they were the 8th seed before this loss, but I don't know where they are now. Now they're the 9th seed. They fell behind Minnesota and New Orleans again. New Orleans and Minnesota are the 8th to 7th seeds, so that's the way it is right now. The way it's looking right now is like the top 6 seeds are locked in, unless Golden State starts losing. But I doubt it. They're probably going to still... If Golden State just wins a couple more games, they'll probably be locked in. More than likely, those are the top 6 seeds. Denver, Memphis, Sacramento, Phoenix, LA, Golden State. Those are more than likely the top 6 seeds. So yeah, it's just a tough game for the Lakers. The Lakers really needed this win, and they didn't get it. It was just funny. I know Lakers fans really
play in contention.
Yeah, I know Lakers fans. I know Lakers fans really thought they were going to win this game, especially with LeBron back, and ended up taking the L. So
yeah, Lakers fans, bro. Lakers fans get pretty annoying whenever they win like 2 games.
Yeah. So
it's pretty.
They got brought back down to reality. So it's a pretty nice thing to see right there for people that don't like the Lakers.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I need them to lose too. I need New Orleans to start losing games. I need all the playing teams to start losing games right now.
Yeah, the Western Conference play-in is going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, Utah's got to start losing. Minnesota's got to start losing. LA's got to start losing. Who's the other one? New Orleans got to start losing. Who else is there? Yeah, I mean those are the 4 main teams really that I got to worry about.
Yeah, you guys really aren't that far back. So you guys like 1.5 games back probably. That's not that bad still. Still a pretty decent amount of games left. All right. That's pretty much the 2 storylines I wanted to talk about the NBA. I wanted to lower the NBA talk today because the last couple episodes we've just been talking about the NBA for an hour and a half. So
yeah,
those are the biggest storylines really, which is the Lakers and the Mavs this weekend. So
we're gonna get into a preview now.
Yeah, let's get the preview for tomorrow. There's some pretty good games tomorrow. Tomorrow's finally the matchup everybody wants to see. It's Embiid versus Jokic in Denver. So hopefully Harden's ready for that game because the last 2 games Philly's lost. They're missing Harden because the playmaking's atrocious. Like the Suns game was terrible. Suns game was terrible because it was just basically Maxey and Embiid. They were just putting up random shots against Phoenix, and they got blown out in that game. And Golden State, Jordan Poole and Curry just put them away in the 4th. So yeah, that was it was a tough back-to-back stretch.
Got that one right.
Yeah. Oh no, you stayed with Philly, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you stuck with Philly. I don't think you changed it. You said you were gonna change.
No, I did. Damn. Yeah. Damn, I was about to switch it up too. Damn, no, you're right. Damn, I did switch to Philly. God damn it.
Yeah, it looks. I know that this game. I still think this game is gonna be Denver versus Philly is gonna be the game of the night tomorrow. But let's start off first. Yeah. Let's start off with the Mavs Pacers. I'm gonna go with the Mavs here. Hopefully they get back on track. I don't think they should lose again. It's a shitty team.
Bro.
So yeah,
we got the Mavs. We gotta win this one.
Yeah,
just give me the Mavs, bro. Just give me the Mavs. We better win. I'm saying my prayers right here. We gotta win.
All right, the next game, Milwaukee, Detroit. Milwaukee's gonna win. Not much to push. Yeah,
bro. Why even? Yeah.
Houston at New York. I'm gonna take Houston just because I want to take them to win.
You want to take Houston? All right, bro. I'm gonna take New York.
All right, next game, Phoenix at Utah. I'm gonna say Phoenix.
Okay. I'm praying on Utah's downfall right now. I'm really praying on Utah's downfall. So yeah, give me Phoenix.
All right, next game, the game of the day or the game of the night, Philly at Denver. I'm obviously taking Philadelphia.
I know who you're going, so I'm gonna go opposite. I got Team Joker right here.
Yeah, New Orleans versus Portland. Next game, I'm gonna take New Orleans.
Oh, come on, Portland. Come on, Portland. I'm praying on the Pelicans' downfall too. Damn, they're 500.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize they were 500. God damn. Okay, come on, Portland. You got.
I'm pretty sure Dame's done for the rest of season 2 though.
I know. Yeah, I saw they were trying to blame it on his calf.
Yeah.
Damn well, he's just shut down because they suck.
All right. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, these last 2 games of the night, Minnesota at Sacramento. I'm gonna pick
Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Minnesota's downfall too.
Yeah, I'll pick Sacramento as well. And the final game of the night, it's Chicago at LA. I'm gonna take LA. I don't think Chicago's gonna win back-to-back in LA. It's the Clippers.
It's gotta be the Clippers.
Yeah,
it's gotta be the Clippers.
Yeah,
but then they'll win against the Lakers again, so we'll be all good.
Yeah.
So which ones do we have there for? We got Denver and New Orleans, right?
Yeah, Denver, New Orleans,
and Houston.
Yeah. Yeah, I only took Houston because I want them to win. So yeah.
All right, yeah, that's cool. That sounds good then.
All right, that'll do it for this episode of the Playmaker Pod. Pretty good episode, the mock draft and the NBA recap and the preview. Or not the preview, we just talked about some of the bigger storylines. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next episode of the Playmaker Pod.
Peace out.